This is The Emotional Traders, where four aspiring traders talk about their emotions, the trials and tribulations, and the ups and downs of trading the forex market. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to episode 1 of The Emotional Traders. Today it's myself, Lee, and I'm joined by Edge. Edge, how are you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Welcome. So, delighted. This is obviously Edge, the first episode we're going to be recording. Normally, you would have heard from the little intro blurb. Normally, there's four of us. So it's myself, Lee, Edge. We're joined by Nev and our Portuguese patriot, as we always call him, Jose. Unfortunately, today we're just running with the two of us. This is the inaugural and kickoff podcast episode, so we hope you like it. This episode, we're going to just really give a bit of an intro, what we're looking to achieve with this podcast, who we are. So I'll run through in terms of where I am with my journey in trading. We'll hand over to Edge. We'll do the exact same thing. Talk about what we're going to do going forward with each episode. And really, just hopefully you guys enjoy it and tune in for further episodes. So, Edge, you were kind of, and I'll put you in the spot, you were kind of the one who said, listen, guys, let's crack on and create this Emotional Traders podcast. What was the thinking behind it?
So I guess the reason why I thought this would be useful is mainly just so we can all talk around kind of the emotional side and the emotional challenges that we face kind of on a day-to-day basis within our trading. And then I just thought kind of try to make it into a podcast just so other people can kind of try to get stuff out of it as well, so that people just know that it's not just those, like not just them that are going through the issues that we're going through as well.
Yep. So I think to set the scene for everybody tuning in for this episode, so we are for the most part forex commodity traders. We're all in completely different journeys in terms of where we want to be. This is not a podcast as to talking about setups, trades, forecasting where the market's going. Absolutely nothing like that. This is far more around, hence the title, our emotions, our mindset, and how we're dealing with all those kind of emotional demons that every trader goes through trying to make it on their trading journey. So I think what you'll explore over every episode, it'll be very much where we are in our current journey and in the here and now, what challenges we encountered that week or the past couple of weeks, how we're dealing with it. And as a team of four, so the four of us, we do all work really close together to support one another. As a team of four, how we're looking to support and overcome and tackle and deal with all that emotional stress that comes with trading. Edge, we've got a nice little kind of community going, what I've labelled as our mastermind. Do you think having I'll start with kind of the support group that we've got. So the four of us, we do work relatively quite close together. We talk about how things are going, etc., etc. But when anybody's starting out on, and we will get into where we are each individually on our journeys, but when somebody's starting out on the kind of trading, how do you think they prepare themselves mentally, or do they? Because I know when we all started out on our journey years ago, I don't think we actually anticipated how difficult it was going to be.
Yeah, I think mainly people kind of focus on the charting side of things, like flipping between different kind of different setups, different strategies, and the like, rather than actually thinking around why you're failing, which is, from my point of view, is the the emotional side of things. And I think we've, like I said, when we started out, we were very kind of emotionally kind of set. So we'd like always have kind of a lot of failed challenges because our mindset was wrong, and kind of just go on an account blowing spree or kind of thing. And I think it is important that you just have your emotions just set in place, and you need to, from what I think, you need to have people there that are like-minded, to talk to and to just go through the emotional side of things.
And certainly the emotional side is something I've learned over the last couple of years, that the emotional side and mindset thing is certainly overlooked. But on the outside, it's very easy to say, well, hold on a minute, you're just looking at charts, you're looking at candlesticks, how hard can it be? But actually, when you're in the moment, it is very difficult at times. You do feel you're kind of battling the kind of a mental demon who's almost like I always go back to when you think of the old Tom and Jerry cartoons. You've got the devil on one shoulder and the angel on another, and your mindset's going back and forth in terms of who's saying the right thing to me. It's very, very overwhelming at times. So, Edge, from a journey point of view, to set the scene in terms of who we are, and we'll do that once Nev and Jose join us for future episodes. We'll give them an intro as well. So, to set the scene, though, where are you in your current kind of journey? Where are you hoping to get to? And actually, I think more importantly, where did you start, and how have you changed since then? So, if we start in the very, very beginning, how long have you been doing this for? What was your style back then? What was your mindset back then? And how does it look like compared to now?
Yeah, so I've been trading kind of for a couple of years. Started off in crypto.
Didn't we all?
Yeah, just because it's the quickest way, I guess, to seeing people get rich. So just kind of jumped in there, started looking at the charts and thinking that I knew exactly what was going on.
Yep.
Had no idea, just literally pressing red and green just based on where I thought things were going rather than actually doing anything strategical. Lost a bit of money doing that. And then decided to take it a bit more seriously. So ended up going into a Discord, getting a mentor, going through strategies and stuff like that. Still didn't end up being profitable, and then decided to just kind of get rid of everything.
Yep.
So all social media, all Discord chats, everything kind of thing, and really tried to focus on just me, and ended up getting funded, trading forex. Ended up blowing those funded accounts, again based on emotions, and then I'm currently now funded, but taking it slower, and trying not to
Blow your accounts.
Not to blow my accounts, not to not to have the emotional side of things kind of dictate where the charts are going.
Yeah.
That's where I am.
From a learning curve, it's really interesting. So because there is the four of us that we all work closely together, our in inverted commas, our mastermind. From a learning curve, we all went through surprisingly the exact same curve. So we all, the four of us all entered at some stage. For the most part, it was the crypto world. It was easy. It was flashy. It was the YouTubers all telling you that this is where Bitcoin's going, etc. And you do get bought into it emotionally, and I think we all started there. We all kind of, you get your first kind of win. You think this is easy money, and then you actually realize, hold on a minute, this is absolute a disaster, and it goes completely tits up. But when you start there, the emotions are really high. There's a little element of cockiness. Edge, from you emotional wise, and actually, I would even say from a profit kind of curve side of stuff, you start high, you get a couple of wins, it then goes down like really badly. You kind of get an awakening call. Actually, this is not as easy as I thought it was. And emotions wise, it is probably that's when it comes into play, because I think you start with very poor technical knowledge in terms of how the charting works, but actually you start very poor with emotional strength, resilience, confidence in yourself as well. But as the technical capability improves, you start to understand more about the charts themselves and how the market moves. You actually then realize there's an awareness piece. Actually, hold on a minute, it's not the technical skill set that's lacking, it's more my mindset, which is lacking. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I think the bit for me that was very kind of apparent was that I could get so much kind of fake money trading, well, back testing, like the certain strategies and whatever. But as soon as I went into live and it was like something was on the line, that was where kind of I'd just make stupid mistakes. And like you said, nobody goes into trading with the thinking that the emotional side of things is where you need to go. Like, this is completely different to every other kind of industry.
Yep.
And you don't really have to work on your emotions for a bog standard job, whatever it is.
Yep.
Then you come into trading, you think, oh, okay, as soon as I get the golden strategy, that's me done. I'm going to be sorted and whatever. And really, looking at a chart is pretty easy, right? You can you can look at a chart, you can see where you think it's going to go. You can put the fake kind of long or short thing on in trading view and just leave it. And if it makes money, it makes pretend money. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that side of things is kind of easy. But then as soon as you go into real just money, your just emotions just go all over the place, and you just start thinking, oh, well, this might not go the way that I think it's going to go, so I'm going to exit early, or oh, this is definitely going to reverse just as it hits my stop loss, so I'm going to move my stop loss and just wait for it to reverse and just do stupid shit like that kind of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, I think the emotional side of it is really, from my point of view, is 90% of the work. Once you,
yeah, 100%. I think so. So the four of us certainly we're all at the same stage. We've all been doing this now for a couple of years. You're self-funded. Nev's recently funded. I'm a perennial phase one passer. I've passed a good couple of phase ones. Phase two is my mental block, and that's my kind of thing I'm now dealing with. So I'm on the cusp of being in that funded world. And Jose can run through where he is as well in the future ones. So we're all at different stages. But I think to your point, Edge, the technical aspect of actually knowing how to trade is not difficult. For some people, some of the listeners, some will say, well, yes, it is, and some people say, no, you're absolutely spot on. The technical piece isn't the difficult piece. It's actually when you're in the moment, controlling, is this what I want to see? Is this the setup, the pattern I'm looking for? It's not really, but do you know what? I don't want to miss the move. I don't want to miss the setup. Oh, right, I'm in the trade. Oh no, it's not going the right way. I don't really have confidence in this. So it's a whole load of just mental stuff and emotions that really start to overtake you. So yeah, very interesting. So listen, without kind of laboring the point of our intros too long. So as we kind of said, the point of the podcast is really going to be much exploring where each of us are on our journey. Each week we'll summarize, or hopefully each week, if we can get us all together regular enough, we'll summarize where we are in the journey and how our weeks went. What didn't go so well, we'll reflect back in terms of what lessons and learnings can we take from that week and how do we improve. Now, we're fortunate enough having the four of us. We all lean on one another. So if we really struggle mentally, we'll support one another. We'll talk it through. But hopefully for those of the users that are listening that don't have that kind of support network and that mastermind group, you'll be able to take some learnings from the podcast and actually reach out to us. So drop us a message, drop us a DM. Just listen, guys, I listened to the show. I like what you're saying. I'm having the same issues. I've got a couple of questions and we can talk about it on the show. Fair enough, Edge?
Yep, sounds good.
Super. So, given the intro, we've talked about generally where me and Edge are currently in our current state. How's it going this week for you?
Good and bad, I guess. At the start of the week, said I was only going to trade really Monday.
You did.
And I did trade Monday, past a phase one, which was good. Saw a trade yesterday that I wanted to take. So I took it, which was against my rules. So I did actually say in our little chat that if I trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I have to give the lads 50 quid each.
You did. So I'm waiting for my payout.
Yeah, looking forward to doing that. But yeah, saw the trade, so kind of thought I had to take it, even though I decided not to. So
this is a perfect opportunity to jump on this, and I think listeners, what you will find, we as a team of four, we're very open to challenging each other quite brutally at times to the point it's a bit uncomfortable, but actually it's very healthy to challenge one another and really push the boat. Say, why did you do that? What was your thinking? So on that, then you did say to us at the start of the week, yeah, I'll do Monday. I won't do another week. And on Tuesday, guys, this morning, if I trade, I'll pay you £50 each. And then you traded. So what was, why?
It was just the trade. I just wanted to take it, kind of
Yep.
thing. I guess you could say the FOMO was sort of there, not really, but it was just a setup that I'd kind of been waiting for. So I just thought, just take it,
Yep.
even though, like I said, it was against the rules that I set out at the beginning of the week.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, there's nothing other than that, really.
Yeah.
I
And
just wanted
listen,
to take the trade.
and there's never, I think there's no right or wrong, certainly for that. I think we've always agreed, listen, if your mind's set on something and you stick to it, yeah, you're fantastic, you're disciplined. If you don't, you don't stick to it and it wins, well done, you made the right decision. But when you don't stick to it and it doesn't win, there's always well, I told you so, you shouldn't have traded. So for the Tuesday trade yesterday, did it pan out?
Still going.
Still going? Oh, okay, so you leave it open.
Yeah, just leave it. I'll close it before the news later.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's where I want it to be.
Yep.
But yeah, like the reason why I didn't want to trade was the news.
Yep.
Like obviously it's a heavy news week this week.
Well, that's a good, it's probably worth calling out. So we're sitting in a week, the week of, this is what week commencing the 29th of January, and this is a big week of news. You've got FOMC, unemployment claims in the US, you've got ISM manufacturing, you get NFP. So it's a big news week.
Yeah. My rules typically say don't trade before, don't trade after kind of Tuesday on weeks like this. But I don't know why I added Tuesday into it this week, but I did. But I didn't stick to it, like I said.
Yep.
But yeah, the only reason was the news. But if the charts are kind of telling me to do something like that, so the only reason I don't trade news is because I've been told not to trade news.
Yep.
Like these heavy news days.
Yep.
I haven't really had much kind of my own kind of back testing on it.
Yep.
And I saw something that, like, my strategy was exactly where it should be in this trade. So I took it, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, a bit annoying that I do owe you all 50 quid, but it's what it is, isn't it? But I did only take this on the challenge accounts rather than.
So was your funded?
Yeah, no, definitely not my funded. I'm waiting for the refund for that.
And from a psychological aspect, and this is something we'll certainly explore in far more episodes, but from a psychological aspect, how have you found it? Because you are recently funded, so funded in the last couple of months, yeah? Or Yep. From a psychological aspect, how have you found trading funded compared to trying to pass a prop firm challenge?
I think funded is easier. This is kind of against what most people say.
Shock horror.
Yeah, but it's I think it's just like there's a couple of different things, right? So for the challenges, you have the goal of the 10%, the 5%, whatever it is, the 8%, whatever the challenge is, and I think that pushes you to do stupid stuff
definitely
more than what happens with the funded accounts.
Totally agree.
Because so the thing that I struggle with on the funded accounts is sticking to the trade and not kind of taking the money as what it is. So if I usually trade a 1 to 2, so a 2 hour setup, so I risk 1, get 2. If then on the funded account you start seeing the money at 1 hour, and then close the trade early, take the money, which is good and bad, right? So over a long time, I guess I'm going too far into the actual strategy here rather than the
because
emotion. But
you're trading the profit as opposed to trading the setup.
yeah,
Yeah.
which I haven't obviously back tested
Yeah.
doing these types of trades rather than
Yeah.
the ones
And I
that I
think
have.
your concern is more is when you start seeing that nice kind of real because it's funded, it's now real money, it's no longer fake. When you see that real money value, you've got the desire to cut it and just take the money. Whereas actually over a longer period of time, if you were to hold and actually stick with the setup as opposed to cutting it at the halfway mark, you'd be more profitable in theory because your setups tell you and your trading style tells you stick with your 2-to-1 ratio, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And that's the difference, I think, between the challenges and the funded accounts.
Yep.
But like I said, I prefer trading funded just because the the negatives of it is better than the
Well,
negatives.
I would prefer trading funded and challenges as well, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, okay, I'm cutting trades early, but I'm still making money, right?
Yeah.
So there's no real, although there is a downside, there's no proper downside really.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good. So plan for the rest of the week, just sit in your hands, given us so much news. Are you going to try and play London session during news days? What's the plan for the rest of the week?
Plan is just to leave this trade that I've got on
Okay.
at the minute. I'll close it later, depending on where it is when the news comes out and stuff. But probably not going to trade anything now,
Yep.
just because I don't want to get spread kind of killed.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want my accounts to get killed by spread.
Okay.
How about you? What's your?
So I've had a dead quiet week. So one thing that I've always thought is what I've realised over the past couple of years is being rules, and I did listen to kind of various YouTube channels and stuff over the years where actually people talk about trading is so dangerous at times because you have no rules. And actually, I think Mark Douglas, there's a really good book, Mark Douglas Trading the Zone. It's one of the best. Everybody knows about the Trading the Zone. It's one of the best trading books. And what Mark does touch on in the book is that the dangers of trading is there is no rules. You now have the freedom to this opportunity to make money and lose money. And the dangers with that is it can become like gambling in terms of there is no rules here. You can do it what you wish. Because there's no rules, it's very easy just to, do you know what, there's no rules. I'll just do what I want and da. So I have found over the years, my rules have become stricter and stricter. And when I realize something's not working for me, I try and introduce a new rule set to make it just to remove that bad habit or remove that poor discipline. So the literally start of January, I looked back at last year's trades and tried to understand why am I passing all these phase ones, phase twos. Just I keep failing them. Certainly, there's a mental issue there. But what I did realize as part of my kind of curve of trading was start of the week trades were always trying to negative. By the end of the week, I would claw it back and be green for the end of the week. So what I've done as of start of January is I've removed Monday and Tuesday trading completely. I now just trade Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, which was difficult because I was in the past was very much, I want to trade every day, try and get as many trades as I can. So I now don't trade Monday, Tuesday, I only trade Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And because it's news in NFP this week, I added a new rule that I'm no longer, because I don't trade Monday, Tuesday, and the big news events this week is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I've decided to take this week off completely. So I last traded Friday. I got really close to passing phase one on Friday. I was thinking about 1% away from passing a current phase one. I have resisted the urge to trade this week, and given it's now Wednesday and we've got loads of news, I won't be trading for the rest of the week. So dead quiet, but I'm actually really proud of myself. This will probably be the first week where, and I don't think it's sad to say or amazing to say, actually, this will be the first week I will never have traded since start trading, which is worryingly, given you almost feel the urge to always need to feel you need to trade kind of thing. So yeah, I'm not traded this week. So for me, that's a big plus sign for my discipline and how I want to be a more controlled trader, not feeling that I always need to be in the market. So yeah, I've been sitting in my hands watching the other lads post charts and not getting in to grab any of it, unfortunately. But I feel good. I feel really good. So I won't be trading it now until a week today. A lot of time.
Oh yeah, because you don't. Yeah, don't trade Monday.
I don't trade Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, so it feels like it's like a fucking lifetime away. Not gonna lie. So yeah, that'll be a week and a half of no trades, which for me is an achievement. As
I
sad as
think
that may sound, to me that's a discipline achievement.
I think that's like a really big achievement for you, because I think one of the things that you do is have done is that you like to take trades, right? So
Yep.
you take, I don't know, like on average probably 3 or 4 trades a day, I guess, like used to. Whereas the last couple of weeks you've been very patient and waiting
Yep.
for exactly what you want to see. So I think this is a really big kind of achievement, and I think this is going to be the turning point to not only just passing phase 1, but to passing the phase 2s and getting funded.
Do you know what? It's funny saying it does feel like that, and certainly as kind of the more phase 1s have passed, I've refined my kind of discipline and my rule set. And to your point, Edmund, last year I would easily do 3 or 4 trades a day, 5 days a week, and it clearly was not working out for me. So this, as from kind of the start of January, the new approach is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday only, and really I'm being really disciplined with only taking the trades I want to see. Last week I took 3 trades, so for me again, 3 trading days with only 3 trades was a big tick in terms of it feels controlled. And actually, of those 3 trading days, 2 of them were big green days. I had 1 small red day, which was Thursday, good green day on Wednesday, small red on Thursday, and big green on Friday. So it was it's working. So that's something I'll certainly be talking about. I think one thing I'm really keen to kind of talk about over the next couple of episodes is sticking to rules and holding yourself accountable for rules, and being disciplined and consistent with that, abiding to your rules, which work for you and which work for your kind of trading style and setups. Cool. That is kind of, I think, what we wanted to cover in episode 1. Edge, anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think that's a good intro to who we are, what the Emotional Traders is about, and
Yep.
Hopefully next time we can get Nev and Jose on to introduce themselves as well.
Absolutely. Good. Okay. So now's the time to kind of plug the socials, I suppose. And I'm scrambling to try and find what the actual name of the Twitter account is to tell you what we're called. Edge, you quickly jump into Twitter, check out what the Twitter handle is, and I'll kind of give a bit of a holding time if you do that. So, as I said, guys, Emotional Traders, we are 4 guys, very relaxed, informal podcast. This is all about just talking about who we are, our journeys, our emotional troubles we're going through, and hopefully that'll resonate with some of you listeners. And if it does, and you want to have any questions, by all means, send them over and hopefully tune in. Subscribe. This will be going on to all your podcast platforms, and we will also be sticking it on to our YouTube channel going forward as well. So hopefully I've stalled enough time. I'm going to look to Edge. Edge, what's the socials?
You have not stalled enough time. I cannot find it. Give me 2 seconds. Is it on here? No, it's not. I've deleted all of the social media stuff, so I can't find it.
It's fine. You know what? I can edit it in. It's fine.
It is emotion at Emotion Traders is the Twitter.
So the Twitter is at Emotion Traders, and go in there, drop us a DM, and what we'll do is part of these show notes as well. We'll drop the link to that and the link to the YouTube channel. Super. Edge, anything to finish up with before we call it a wrap?
No, just glad to finally kick this off.
Absolutely.
And yeah, hopefully we have many more episodes to come.
Yeah, and hopefully, as we said, listeners, hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully, actually, as we drop each episode out, you may see a change in us. So we use this as a bit of a live journaling activity for us. So we will be talking about how we're feeling, etc., and hopefully that does resonate, and you start to see over a period of time, we change as well for the better as a result. Edge, it's been a pleasure. Looking forward to the next one.
Yep.
Cheers.
See you later.
Bye-bye.